Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're going to be playing some Altar Tron one more time before the meta changes, before we get our new sweet cards from this downshift from Commander something something something. But what I wanted to do today was play this Stirring / Crop Rotation deck that I've been working on. So here we have 3 Ancient Stirrings, which helps find Tron lands, also helps find our combo pieces. And then we're playing 7 cantrip 1-drops for colors, so 3 sphere and 4 star, and then 2 crop rotations to find Tron. So we have 8, 9 ways to get Tron online on turn 3, which is pretty solid. We've got 7 Deadly Dispute effects. Our combo pieces, we're just going to be playing 3 Golem Foundries because of the Ancient Stirring, so I feel like I can actually grab them. The 1 Makeshift Munitions with the Conjurer's Bauble, and the Blood Fountain with the 2 refractors for our loops that we've discussed in previous videos. Got 2 Wellsprings to hit with our Deadly Disputes, but we don't want a ton of them, so we're just playing 2. And then 2 Lembas, because this is actually a really good way to buy a lot of time versus burn and versus mid-range strategies. Then we got our 4 Mirror Retrievers for the combo. If you're interested in checking more about the combo, the highlights are Ashnod's Altar sacrifices a creature to add 2 mana. Mirror Retriever costs exactly 2 mana and can return an artifact from your graveyard to your hand, which means you get infinite cast triggers for Golem Foundry, so you have infinite 3/3 golems, and then you can make infinite mana and shoot your opponent for lethal. Pretty sweet. In the sideboard here, we've got 3 Karkland Shamans, 1 Grudge, 1 Cast into the Fire, and 2 Scatter Shots. Because Cast into the Fire and Scatter Shots are good versus fairies, I felt that Cast into the Fire was not good versus Relic because you really want double activation. So I think Ancient Grudge is just better there. And then we're playing 1 Serene Heart for Bogles, 2 Weather the Storms for burn, 2 more Fangor Marauders for burn and affinity, and then 3 Nihil Spell Bombs to hopefully get those Terror decks out of the way. Terror has been pretty tough lately because they're packing a lot of one-man interaction, so that makes me feel like it's less good of a matchup than it used to be, but overall I think it's still strong. This deck is very strong, very powerful, can really go over the top of people, and that's what we're looking to do today. If you want to check out more about this deck, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/calicais, where I've got sideboard guides, primers, stuff like that. If you want to run it, check out our sponsor, Card Hoarder, and make sure to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, whether or not you think this is going to be good in the upcoming metagame, and we'll see you in the matches. All right, we're here in round 1 versus Spock Vita Loca, who's been a burn player lately. All sorts of different stuff. We have 2 parts of our combo, so we're missing double Mirror Retriever, but we do have land star stirrings. We also have land map. They're on island. I think they've been on the Is It Control deck lately, so they might have spell pierces and stuff, but probably not wildfires. So I'm going to land into Sphere. I want to save the Chromatic Stars for potential Deadly Dispute, but we'll see. Yeah, it looks like Is It Control again. Augur Bolus, they did set up the Augur Bolus with the Ponder, and they find a Spell Pierce. So we're looking to find exactly Mine or Power Plant off the Stirrings. Ooh, Mine, okay, phew, that was scary. We have the bottom Mirror Retriever, Dispute, and 2 cantrips. So we're going to go Mine, play the map. Next turn we get Tron. Assuming they don't cast into the fire the map, that is. They have Spell Pierce up still. They're going to hit for 1. That's fine. So we can map, grab a power plant, and play that. I'm going to pass the turn because I don't want them to be able to get value out of their Spell Pierce. Play a land. So they could have some number of counterspell here. It might be worth it just to play the Golem Foundry regardless. They'd have to have exactly counterspell. I'm going to try to see if they have a counterspell in hand. Another Spell Pierce. Okay, so they do have counterspell. Let's go for a Wellspring. I'm looking for Mirror Retriever now, another Golem Foundry, stuff like that. So let's go Star. We also are kind of not very high on colored sources. So we would like an Energy Refractor as well. We pretty much only play the Star now. We find another Golem Foundry, so that's good. The Spell Pierce and 2 unknowns. Find a Lembas and a Grotto. I think I'd rather have a Lembas. I know I said that I wanted to have a colored source, but I'm just passing. I'm just passing on that colored source. Okay, your turn. So we can also go like Golem Foundry into Lembas, Crack Lembas. That will shuffle the deck, potentially get our color source back. They bolt us, so they have 2 unknowns in hand again. Also, the Lembas shuffle is good for the Ancient Stirrings because it means that whatever we bottomed is like no longer in the bottom, obviously. Try Golem Foundry again. Oh man. Well played. Okay, we're going to crack the Lembas. And now we scry. Don't need another tower. I guess I'm going to play out the Blood Fountain. We've drawn 0 disputes and almost 20 cards. That's interesting. So we're going to just discard one of the Tron lands we don't need and continue making their Spell Pierce not good. So the next turn we can go map for the Grotto or map for the Cycle land. Our opponent's going to swing for 1. Spell Pierce in hand. Go to 16. We're going to have to watch out for Cast into the Fire. It's going to be a problem. So map. I don't think they have Cast into the Fire in the main deck, though. They probably have 4 of it in the sideboard. Get the Polluted Mire and cycle it. Our main color that we care about is black right now anyway. Crop rotation. Bummer. So I'm going to try cracking this for black in case I draw into a Deadly Dispute. Reckoner's Bargain. Play the Power Plant. Let's bargain this Wellspring. Nice draw 3. Okie dokie. That didn't help that much though. Guess we're just going to Expedition Map. Now we will get the Crystal Grotto. Pass the turn. So now if we do find a Mirror Retriever, we can play out the Ashnod's Altar, play and sacrifice the Retriever to get the Foundry, play the Foundry, get the Retriever back with the Blood Fountain. Then we have our like real slow make golems loop. They swing for 1. We're at 17. There's a Mirror Retriever, so let's see what's on top. Don't want the Weather Storm. Play Altar, Mirror Retriever, sacrifice the Retriever, getting the Golem Foundry. Play the Foundry. I'm going to play out the Star and just crack it for black. And that's going to be part of my cost for the Blood Fountain. Black. So if I draw another Mirror Retriever, it's the game here. Let's go Blood Fountain the Retriever. Play the Retriever again. Then we can sacrifice the Retriever for the Blood Fountain again. Then play the Blood Fountain again. And now our opponent can Spell Pierce, but we have the 2 mana. I guess if they have double Spell Pierce, it's a problem. Let's just go ahead and loot. That's the turn. Now we have a blocker and an attacker. Crop not doing very much. I suppose I could have looted away the crop. That's the turn. In game 1, I'm not worried right now about casting to the fire. It's going to be, like I said, a problem post board. They scooped it up. Okay, so our opponent is probably on 4 cast into the fire post board. But we don't really care about the Weather the Storms anymore. We don't necessarily need the crop rotations. So what do we even want to bring in? Marauder could be okay. I think they are a terror deck. So I can bring in a couple of spell bombs. Submit it that way. So Fang and Marauder will allow me to kind of push through. Okay, we have turn 2 Stirrings again. It's a little bit risky in the face of the Spell Pierce deck. But they're going to tap out on turn 1, so I appreciate that. Okay, we're going to go land into Chromatic Star, pass the turn. Let's see what they have. They're going to ponder again, so they chose to not shuffle. They're pondering. Plays a land. Okay, so it's a tap land. we get to get the stirrings off. We find a power plant. Let's draw. There's a mine. Okay, that doesn't. It's not that good. Not that good. Like right now, we're just sitting on 3 colorless lands while they've got a bunch of stuff to do. Spell Pierce is bad for me. Grotto is nice. I don't want the Chromatic Sphere. Let's just pass the turn. I want to try to play around Spell Pierce for a little while, I think. We'll pass again. Opponent does nothing. Okay, land, play a Wellspring. So if they counterspell here, we can play the Refractor. They do nothing. Okay, pass the turn. We cannot actually Reckoner's Bargain at the moment. They're going to cast it into fire? No, Lightning Bolt? Okay. Doesn't do very much still. No land drop, huh? Hopefully we rip a land off the top. We miss on a land. Guess I'm playing the Refractor. No counter. They're going to exile the Refractor. Okay. Okay, we'll attempt to play a Wellspring. Spell Pierce. Can't pay. So there's 1 cast into the fire down. Our opponent's still on 3 lands. They cycle a Hieroglyphic Illumination. See, this is very confusing because they could have just played, they had to cycle into the land, I guess. Plays a Terror and a Terror. Okay. So I'm going to attempt to draw into my tower, I guess. Bargain. We find a Mirror Retriever in the tower. So now we can Golem Foundry into Mirror Retriever. Always yes, always yield. So it'll be interesting to see what they decide to get rid of with the cast into the fire. They have 3 cards in hand. Maybe they just cast the Lorien Revealed and attack. In which case I go Mirror Retriever for the Wellspring. Play out both my other foundries and then just like see what happens. They can kill my Fangren Marauders with the Screds, but I don't know if they would keep in Screds. They're gonna attack. Okay, so we get an easy block. Grab the Wellspring back. Lucky that we got the tower there for sure. So the first simple thing to do is grab a tower with an expedition map. So basically just making our mana better, but at the same time we're like not having more mana this turn. More mana for next turn. Play a Golem Foundry. Do a counterspell. Okay. Play a Golem Foundry again. No counterspell this time. So they are now F6'd. Does anyone want to do anything? I could try to resolve the makeshift munitions here. Then the Chromatic Star. Okay, so now we have 1 blocker. Pass the turn. We're going to pop out a blocker. See if they'll bolt it or something. They have 3 cards in hand. They would have had to top deck a counterspell because they didn't have one last turn. I'm going to bolt Scred. Okay, Scred's good for me because it means my Marauder might live. We're at 4. They're going to cast Crimson Fleet Commodore. So I win the game if I have a Mirror Retriever off the top. So let's try to draw into it, I guess. Wellspring. Draw a card. Let's go Fangren Marauder. Play the Ashnod's Altar. So now I have a couple of creatures. They might scoop. They scooped. All right, easy peasy, I guess. Let's go to round 2. Okay, we're in round 2. Our opponent says good luck, have fun. We'll give them good luck, have fun as well, and I hope that they're not on Ponza. Please don't do it. Usually good luck, have fun is like turn 2 kill deck. Okay, not Ponza. Maybe we'll get there. Tower. We'll lead on tower. We have found another tower. So I think we just run the Lembas out turn 2. Try to scry. Opponent plays Philology Archaeologist. Mills Terror Island Cast Down. Okay, it was nice of them to tap out. But we don't have anything to capitalize at the moment. We find a mine. Okay, so what do we do? I'm gonna get the refractor down. Top deck Tron, have all the colors. Classic Tron. Okay, they did nothing and passed. We're gonna play the mine. Natty Tron. I'm gonna play the Golden Foundry, make them have a counter. Because this gets around Spell Pierce. They did not have a counter spell. Opponent. Did not have the counter spell. Okay. We're going to play out the Lembas, and then I could crack it right now. If I play the Mirror Retriever right now, it doesn't get anything back unless I crack the Lembas, but the Lembas crack doesn't do anything at the moment. I guess I'm still just going to crack it. We gain 3 life. Now our Scry's good. Map I don't need. And we draw a Chromatic Star. We cycle the Lorien Revealed, revealing an island. Ha ha ha. Okay, Gurmag in the graveyard from the Thought Scour and a Cast Down. Here comes, okay, so they also are milling themselves. Mill a Spell Pierce, Lorien Revealed, play Brainstorm. No terrors? Where's the terrors? Surprised not to see any terrors here. They're going to play an Angler. The nice thing about them playing Angler is that it eats their graveyard for us, and we can just eat it with our Golem Foundries, basically. They're holding up Spell Pierce potentially. They didn't have it last turn though. So here we can go star, star, play another star here, and then a sphere. I guess we can potentially play a Weather the Storm this turn. I'm going to play out the Mirror Retriever. They have a cast down that we know about. I'm going to crack this for black and Deadly Dispute the Mirror Retriever, getting back the Chromatic Star. No Spell Pierce. So we can now Crop Rotation. That doesn't do very much. Let's go green. Find a Reckoner's Bargain. Interesting. I'm going to go black. Reckoner's Bargain, the Chromatic Star. Draw some cards. And I'll play out the Mirror Retriever. They can't Spell Pierce that. Pass the turn. They could get it with the Force Spike, but it seems to not have the Force Spike. It's just so good having the Energy Refractor in play. We can just make all of our Tower Tron mana land drops. Play Brainstorm. And went for an end step Mental Note into a Brainstorm. Mental Note again. Milling Mental Note Philology. Okay, and they're just going to pass. And they scoop it up. Okay, so post board they're going to have a million billion interaction spells. We're just going to bring in our spell bombs. We could consider bringing in one Ancient Grudge. We don't really need the munitions, which means the bauble is not necessary because we don't have to have that to get back the munitions. And the other question is, like, what are we going to cut? I like having fast Tron, but I feel like crop rotation is probably going to be a problem here. So we're just going to cut that. We're bringing in some ways to stop them from going out fast, and then an Ancient Grudge for the Nile, basically. Okay, we opened up Tron, so I'm going to keep it. They're going to play an island and pass, so that means Spell Pierce is an option. Well, I think I'm going to play Power Plant and pass. I don't want to play into Spell Pierce just yet. They have the end step Brainstorm, upkeep Thought Scour, okay. And they're going for Philology. Okay, so pass the turn. This means that we have turn 3 Tron, but we can't use our 7 mana on turn 3 because we're going to just play double map here. So we can crack for Tron, play the mine, and then crack the map for the cycle land. So their Philology found Thought Scour, Angler, Brainstorm, and they picked up the Brainstorm. I guess we play Spellbomb and the map. That's the turn. So right now they have 2, 3, 4. They cannot cast a Terror, and we can Spellbomb them ahead of time. They're going to Brainstorm. Terror costs 4 now after the Brainstorm resolves. We're going to mental note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so luckily we got past their space. They can't play the terror because they didn't have an untapped land here. Okay. Well, I'm just going to play this, crack this for the mine, because I want to get the value off the spell bomb here. I'm going to get rid of their stuff. Draw a card. So now it seems like they probably have to start digging again, trying to find their mana, or trying to find a black source, plus trying to find ways to get their terror online. So we probably will be able to resolve the Golem Foundry. A lot of times they're playing stuff like Steel Sabotage and things post-board. But they are going to go for Brainstorm into Lorien, getting the Aquifer, which means that we get to resolve the Golem Foundry plus the map. We could bargain the map. Looks like we're just going to bargain. Well, okay, so we need a mine. We go Tower, Golem Foundry, play Mirror Retriever. And then we can bargain the Mirror Retriever, getting back the Nile Spellbomb. Bam. Get back the Spellbomb. Okay. Draw 2, play the Spellbomb. And your turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not a concern at the moment. Next turn we probably play at the Grotto after cycling or cracking the map. Okay, they had their own Spellbomb, but we have our Golem Foundry in play already. And we can fight through the Spellbomb with the Blood Fountain at some point. I was gonna... Okay, I'm gonna go map. I'm gonna crack the map for the cycle land. This gives us the scry that we wanted from that, so I'm gonna play the Limbus. Crack the Limbus when it ATBs. Gain some life. We get to scry and draw. Okay, put that on the bottom. Play a Grotto. Scry again. Mirror Retriever on the top. I'm not sure if that's good right now. I guess it's fine. I'll pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to crack the Spellbomb at the last second before. So right now we want to crack it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can play an Angler, but they cannot play a Terror. Still the same. Alright, I guess in order to use our mana here, we're going to cycle. Then play a Golem Foundry token. So untap. And play Golem Foundry. See if they have a counter spell. Looks like they do. That stinks, but it also allows us to be able to use our now Spellbomb to clear that extra Incident Sorcerer from the graveyard. Interesting. So we can attack. I might just be off the plan of using my Mirror Retriever entirely. Let's Deadly Dispute the Wellspring, a Tower, and a Refractor and an Altar. So Altar doesn't do very much. It can force the Spellbomb. Guess I play the Altar and then play out the Refractor. And then I guess I'm going to put a stop on our draw stop in case they do an upkeep thing. Oh, we have a Grudge? All right, cool. All right, so we can Grudge their Spellbomb on my next turn and then play out my Mirror Retriever. But I think I want to use the Nile Spellbomb right now to clear their graveyard. That way they can't play a big creature. Okay. We're at 7 cards in hand. They're at 5. They have one little dingy creature. I guess one thing we could do is play out the Mirror Retriever and then attempt to kill the Spellbomb and then sacrifice the Mirror Retriever in response. Mirror Retriever is going to give us more attackers anyway. Swing 6. No blocks from the opponent. Okay. If they go for a removal spell on the Mirror Retriever, we just respond by grudging the Spellbomb. Mental note. They mill Deep Analysis and Lorien Reveal. That's very good for them. 1, 2, 3. So they can cast a Terror right now, or they can Deep Analysis. They're going to Deep Analysis. So now Terror is going to cost them 5. We're going to make a creature. We're going to draw, map. I already used the Polluted Mire, so this map barely helps us. Map. Okay, let's crack it. That's our last grotto that we can scry with. Another Mirror Retriever. Okay, let's attack with everything. If they go to kill the Retriever, we sacrifice it to try to get back, or no, we Ancient Grudge the Spellbomb. Grudge and the Spellbomb is like the important thing. That way we can start our loop. Now they're at 1 though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Terror number 1. And they scoop it up. All right. Round 3. Let's go. Round 3. We are 2-0. Okay, we would like to play first. Okay, we only have 1 land and no stirrings, so we have to mulligan. We have 1 land again. They keep 7. I'm going to mulligan. 2 lands, stirrings. Keep, put back, dispute. Maybe we should put back the tower. That's risky if they are a Spell Pierce deck. I guess it's going to be the Retriever. Fortunately. So land, sphere, go. Stirrings is important to keep because that'll allow us to draw back into the game at some point. Let's see if they're on red. Volatile Fjord. Looks like they're on the blue-red control deck as well. But we mulliganed very hard. Stirrings. We find a mine. And then I guess now we have Tron. But I wanted all these things to hit with a dispute. Oh well. Mine go, or map go. I think I'm going to crack it on my upkeep. Fairy Seer. So they're on fairies, blue-red fairies. Could be pretty tough depending on how many cast downs they have. I'm not cast downs, cast into the fires they have. They went top bottom with their scry. So now we're going to crack this and get the power plant. Draw a card. So play power plant, play sphere. I suppose it's a good idea to just crack for black right now, play the blood fountain, because we're not going to be able to resolve that most likely. Let's see if they have a ninja. Man, these are like hard to look at. Blech. On a Mirror Retriever. So we're gonna loot. Basically can't play anything because of the fear of the Spellstutter sprite, and we have no colored sources. I think maybe I should be on 3 refractors instead of the 7 chromatic spheres. Let's see if they play a monarch here. God, these foil lands look really weird right now. Augur of Bolus reveals a counterspell. Turn. So the fairy avatar is playing fairies. 2023 Pauper Showcase Prestige. I wanted the good Prestige. I'm a 2019 Pauper Championship Prestige. I'm OG. I don't know where Yuxiaoxiu is from. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Preordain holding up counterspell. Scry's top. Plays in Maestro's Theater. That means they just only wanted 1 of those. They go to 21. We find a makeshift munitions and pass the turn. We're just doing nothing. Sad. Go to 14. Opponent does nothing as well. We pass the turn again. Anything we cast is going to get countered, and if we play into Spellstutter Sprite, it will be terrible for us. But Lembas is nice because it can gain us a little bit of life. But it's to 9. I'm just chilling. Okay, we find a swamp. So now I can play Mirror Retriever, and I can also get it back. We have 8 cards in hand. No ninja. Kind of surprised. We have 7 cards in hand. Bobble. I guess I'm going to play a couple of things out. Play this Mirror Retriever. Bobble. Okay, they're doing nothing. I don't want to press my luck too much. Maybe they only have 1 counterspell. Let's block. Get back the Chromatic Sphere. They cycle Lorien Revealed. They're going to play an island. We can get back the Mirror Retriever. Draw. Play Mirror Retriever again. They're going to allow it. So, play this Limbus. They're going to allow that. I don't understand. Let's gain some life. And we get to scry. Another Deadly Dispute. I guess I top that. Play Chromatic Sphere. What is going on? Pass? This is really weird. There's a Spell Sorter Sprite. Okay. I think maybe now's the time to crack Sir Green. Cast Weather Storm. And pass the turn. So their clock is not really working very well. They can counter. They're going to dispel one of the Weather Storm copies. That is very good for me. Thank you for that. 5 cards in hand. One of them is a counterspell, and then you have 4 unknowns. We just have to assume that they're all counterspells. They're going to get in for 2. They have a ninja, so now they can counterspell twice this turn. Let's play Chromatic Star. Good for black. Mirror Retriever. I'm trying to get to the position where I can use the makeshift munitions. Let's Deadly Dispute the Mirror Retriever. Getting back the Blood Fountain. That resolves. Mirror Retriever is countered. Let's go Refractor. Wow, that resolves. What is happening? Okay. What, Blood Fountain? That resolves? What? They have counterspell in hand, don't they? They do. Huh. Okay. Maybe they just want to counter only the makeshift munitions? Guess I'm gonna play a Lemus then. That's gonna scry. Guess I keep the star. Star? They never bought on any of it. Interesting. Let's bobble back the Deadly Dispute. We'll pass the turn. They're gonna draw a card off the ninja. Can't really stop that. They have counterspell in hand. They use 1 dispel. They're cycling a Lorien Revealed. They're just very, 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 very patient. Extraordinarily patient. But we can Blood Fountain back the 2 Mirror Retrievers and play them both back, and then that stops them from getting in with the ninja. I'm going to draw a card with 6 cards in hand. Oh, fairies. Play Augur Bolus. I don't know why I'm not like yielding now. They whiff with Augur Bolus. Good news for us. Good news for the home team. Mine. Get back the Retrievers. I'm trying to get to the position where I can resolve this makeshift munitions, I guess. Play a Retriever. They can cast Double Sprite and a Counterspell. They have 6 mana available. Our opponent is thinking so much about everything that it makes me feel like I should be thinking more about things, but I'm not. And now I don't know if I'm doing things wrong. All right, I guess I will play the Altar. That's when they want a Counterspell. I can just get that back. That's fine. Okay, so let's play Olympus now. Let's scry again. Crop rotation, I guess I do want, but I really don't. I really don't want it. I could change the swamps into towers with the crop rotation, but I think I'd rather not draw land basically, because that's just drawing a land. Or sort of drawing a land. They play another land. Maybe they just have nothing and they were just like, I only have one counter spell. What am I going to do? Okay, block, block. Now they have another ninja. They're going to scred my, or bolt my retriever. Let's deadly dispute it then. Getting back the blood fountain. See if they use their fairy. They don't use the fairy. They let me draw. What's going on? Okay. We get back our mirror retriever. At some point, I'm going to resolve this makeshift munitions, and then they will be sad. But I think that they are very smart, very, very patient and calm. They're not letting me do it. You know what? What's the worst that could happen, opponent? Really? What's the worst? You get beat by makeshift munitions? My mirror retriever. My blood fountain. Spell setter in hand. 3 unknowns. I guess we're at 8, so you gotta gain life from the Limbus. Spell setter. We only have a couple of colors. Oh, we have a bunch of colors. Correct this for green. Cast Ancient Stirrings. Golem Foundry. So this is a good counterspell target, right? Golem Foundry. Okay. Go green. Stirrings. Altar. Play Altar. Altar. They may not have it. Let's see. Oops. Red. Munitions. Alright, so now we go alter the retriever, get back the foundry, play the foundry. All this careful planning, but it was for naught. Always yes, always yield, baby. Okay. Now we're going to make golems. Oh my goodness, this is going to take forever. Okay, get back the retriever. Retriever again. So we get to retriever a million times. And then we get to get back the blood fountain. The blood fountain can get back the retrievers get back the bauble gets back the munitions. We draw our deck with the munitions and the energy refractor. In paper, you just win here. But as it is, I have to do some things. Likely the best way to win is to just, I guess I want to get back the fountain and do that stuff for a minute here. 16 minutes is not fun. We're just thinking so hard in game 1. But game 2, we have scatter shots and stuff to hopefully help a lot. We're looping. If we find a second Golem Foundry, it would help. I think my most effective path to victory here is to just make a million golems on attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 blockers. They're at 21, so I need 7. I need 12 golems. That's 36. And then if they somehow have the damage to get through this, I suppose I probably still want to go for the blood fountain, so I have all the loot. 36 is so many golems. Ugh. But what can they do, right? Not very much. I really have another 6 life that I can use. Because if I want to use the blood fountain, it's 5 mana to filter, which means I have to use 3 of my creatures, which is quite a lot of time. So I think in the essence of time, we're just going to loop. Maybe we'll make 39 counters. That way we can play through like an Echoing Truth or something, or Snap. I need 1 removal spell. So what I'm doing is going click, 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 spam click over here, and then press the OK key, and then click, click, spam click over here. Oops, I messed that up. Can't press the OK key too fast. 29, 30. It definitely hurts my wrist. That's 39 golems. Now what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to crack the mirror retriever for the blood fountain. Go black here and play the blood fountain. Pass the turn. This way I can get back my mirror retrievers. I think I miscounted. There's 6 blockers, not 7, not 5. Oh well. Plays a Fairy Seer. Let's see if they just go for the time. We're at 12:43, so in 13 seconds it'll be half of our entire clock. Given that they have 7 blockers, I feel like we wasted a lot of time. Attacks with the fairy, probably to ninja. We can't just F6 because of the possibility of cast into the fire. They're leaving up their red mana. This gives them the out of double bolt, but I have double Lembas. Plays a Crimson Fleet Commodore. Sure. So they have Spellstarter Sprite in hand, which means they can't have double bolt here. Let's just put all these triggers on the stack. Now I'm doing yield until second main phase and attack with everything. Okay, 39 damage. How would you like to block? Crimson Fleet Commodore, a ninja, an augur, a ninja. Okay, so have to make 2 more blocks. Okay, 1 more block. Okay, great. Now you're at 3. They're working on putting their triggers on the stack now. We go do this, turn off my yields, get back to retrievers, play a retriever, another one, Columbus, play the grotto, see what's on top, and I'm gonna pass a turn. We draw for turn. Draw for Monarch. They play the Spellstarter Sprite, countering the Monarch trigger. Nope, doesn't work that way. I think they just wanted to flash it in, get some damage in. It's Augur Bolus. Reveals, Lorien revealed. We'll cast it, right? We cast it and draw 3 cards. Plays Maestro Theater. Just adding triggers and stuff. Good 4 life. Scary 4 life. Sure. Back me retriever. Boo! I'm just setting up my auto yield to try to use as little clock as possible. Our opponent is playing super slow too, in reality. Ready? Check with everything. We win. We have 11 minutes on clock, essentially. All right, so I want the cast into the fire and the scatter shots. I can take out crop rotations, potentially the weather storms, 1 weather storm, and then bring in the marauders as another beater. I guess it's just going to be 1 marauder. Hopefully we don't die to their attacks. Maybe the marauder's not good enough. Bring the weather storm back in. All right. We don't lag out. We have to be very, very specific with our yields and stuff. We have to mulligan this hand. Mulligan again. Okay, keep this one. Let's put back the tower and the stirrings. Hopefully Scattershot can save the day. Land Fairy, Land Relic, okay. Play map, that's the turn. Everybody loves a relic. Relics are the funnest. Pass the turn. So we had like 6 or 7 minutes of clock usage because we couldn't just present the loop. Gotta yield to these land triggers. Play an Augur Bolus. They whiff. Mine. Okay. Play mine. Play a Blood Fountain. They are going to exile my map. So let's pass the turn. We can use the blood token as a bargain target. We cycle Lorien Revealed for Volatile Fjord. Get in for 1. The ninja appears. What? So Deadly Dispute the blood token. Then we find the power plant. Don't think I want a Reckoner's Bargain right now. Kill your ninja. It's very important not to let them ninja, basically. So if it gets to be like 7 minutes and we haven't won, we have to probably quit. Maybe just go for it all in. That relic. Relic activations. Getting me good. Counterspell. Maybe we should have just, yeah, let's go to the game 3, so we'll be on the play. We don't have to fight through this relic. So I'm going to bring in Ancient Grudge as well. Just cut Stirrings. You would like to play first. Keep. I'm going to play the Grotto first. This gives us potentially turn 4 Tron if we see Power Plant. Stirrings is good. Play the Star and pass. So we can go land, green, Stirrings. Looking for Power Plant. Find a Limbus. Play their Relic out. Hide behind your Relic. Relic will save me, everyone. Please, the Relic will save me. Okay, I'm going to play Chromatic Star. So that if they tap out, I can bargain. Black. Reckoner's Bargain to Chromatic Star. Okay, we found the Power Plant. We found the Cast into the Fire for the Relic. Found also Makeshift Munitions. They have Counterspell in hand, I believe. No, they don't. That was last game. Power Plant. Let's go Golem Foundry. Go for Counterspell. I'm going to exile your Relic. That's fine now. Play the Limbus. See what's on top. Polluted Mire, bottom. We Deadly Dispute, so we can Deadly Dispute the Limbus at some point if they tap out. We're also holding up Scattershot. We need a colored source. They have a preordained. We don't have very much time to close. They went top, top, pass. Okay, let's play a Mirror Retriever. It's the turn. They cast a Brainstorm. Okay. Plays another super shiny land, Augur Bolus. Reveals Lightning Bolt. Plays another Augur Bolus. Reveals a Brainstorm. I'm going to Deadly Dispute the Mirror Retriever. Get back the Chromatic Star. Draw some cards. Find an Ashnod's Altar. Okay. Grotto, see what's on top. Mine we don't want. Let's go green. Stirrings. We don't want any of these. Guess we take the altar. Darn. Play the star for red. What is makeshift munitions? So now we can wipe their board, I think. The Ashnod's Altar. The Expedition map. Scattershot. Same target, and then all 3 on here. Let's see if that will resolve. Okay, no board for you. They cast a Brainstorm. I wonder if they brought in Hydroblast or not. Okay. Augur Bolus. Dealing Counterspell. So I guess we want to crack this. Grabbing the Cycle Land. Play Refractor, see if they counterspell it. They're going to let that resolve, which is nice of them. Let's cycle. Play Chromatic Star. Play my tower out. Or, oops. Play Ashnod's Altar. Oh, I'm getting the timeout jitters. Oh, geesh. So now that they ninja, we can shoot their ninja. I'll yield to this. We're likely able to keep that. I didn't yield? 6 minutes and 50 seconds. Gets in for 1. We're at 20. Draw Reckoner's Bargain. So now I'm just going to hang out and do nothing. Spellsetter Sprite. Okay. Shoot it. With the Chromatic Star. It's turn. Getting in for 1. Okay. Casting Lorien revealed. Okay. So what can I do here? Cast a Fairy Seer. So I guess if I attempt to Reckoner's Bargain the altar, if that resolves, then that's great. If it doesn't resolve, I mean, either way I can Scattershot their board right now. They have to play a counterspell. If they counterspell, then we have a chance to draw into our win. Let's just Scattershot everything. So now we can do the Limbus trick, I guess. We know that they have a counterspell in hand. Correct the Limbus. We're trying to find more Golden Foundries, and we're trying to find Mirror Retrievers. Wellspring is actually super good. Card. Max Star. Shoot you with the Wellspring. We probably should shoot them with the Chromatic Star. Draw a card. Another Expedition map. Okay, play the map. No, I'm lagging. No! No, 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 no. Play the map. Power plants. Okay. Okay. They have a million cards in hand because the Lauren reveals. They have at least one counterspell. Plays Azure Fleet Admiral. Okay. Draw a card. Chromatic Sphere. I'm going to crack it for black. Find a Mirror Retriever. Attempt to play Golden Foundry. Counterspell. Mirror Retriever. Okie dokie. Shoot this. Get back the Mirror Retriever. Play Retriever again. Cast a Brainstorm. We have like no time for this nonsense. Shoot this again. Sack the Retriever. Get back. If we had another Retriever in hand, we could just have the loop here. Shoot this again. Retriever. Get back Retriever. Guess I should just do everything here. Retriever. Counterspell the Retriever. That was a very strange thing to do. Cast a Brainstorm. Cast a Relic. Okay. So we've got 2 Retrievers in the graveyard. They get to draw a card. They have 3 cards in hand. Huh. I'm going to pass. They Relic my Cast Into the Fire. Cast a Ninja the Deep Hours. Okay. Gonna grudge the Relic. Shoot your Ninja with my Altar, I guess. Crack the Relic. That happens. Huh. So we're down to just 1. Okay, shoot this with the Expedition map. We can play Mirror Retriever. We can start, I guess we can take the Monarchy. Can we win in 3 minutes and 30 seconds? This is definitely a scary game here. Plays a Fairy Seer. Okay. Plays the Monarch. Alright. Draw for turn. Play Blood Fountain. Kill other creatures. Attack. This. Shoot that. Blood Fountain. Shoot this with the Limbus. Shoot you with the Mirror Retriever. Back to Blood Fountain. Play the Blood Fountain. Black. Blood Fountain back to Retriever. Play the Retriever. 2 minutes 38 seconds. Play Augur at Bolus. Okay. They reveal a Dispel. It's not very helpful. Okay. It is time to go nuts. Ugh. Find the Golden Foundry. Shoot you. Get back the Blood Fountain. Shoot this. Back the makeshift, whatever. Golden Foundry. Oh my goodness. So ridiculous. Shoot this with the blood token. Okay, I'm focused. With the Spellsetter Sprite. Okay. Make some black mana. Shoot the Spellsetter Sprite. Ah! Energy Refractor. Is it Fizzle? Second Sprite. Okay, pass turn. We are at 37 life. Oh my god. Pass the turn. If they only can attack for one every turn, they can't kill us with the Sprite. Pass the turn. This is really crazy, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting attacked by a Spell Center Sprite. Can't really do anything about it. We continue to pass the turn. They continue drawing cards. 351 on clock for the opponent. We pass the turn again. They fought through our makeshift munitions. If we had had a little bit more time, we could have maybe done this. But as it is, we're fighting the good fight. Now they have a 3 power clock, 4 power. They'll be drawing multiple cards a turn, except I think this is a May ability. It is a May ability, so 4. I don't know if they can still do that. 4 times 7, huh? Pass the turn. They want to play the timeout game, I see. Pass the turn again. You have to respond to your triggers. You're going to die before you attack. Okay, they're attacking, actually. They're not playing the timeout game. They're at 12. Are they going to draw a card? They chooses not to draw a card. I choose not to, I mean. Okay, land. Pass the turn. Pass again. We're at 31 life. They play a land and attack. We have literally nothing we can do. We're just waiting for them 5 turns. Can they kill us in 5 turns? They choose to not draw. They draw off the Monarch. 6 cards in hand. We pass the turn. Looks like we found a little bit more life gain here, the Limbus. We cast another Ninja. So that is 6 power on the table. They bolt us. 6 times 4 is 24. Okay. All right. Draw a card. Okay, now it's our time. We're going to cast the Limbus. They have to respond. They respond. Counterspell. Cast a Chromatic Star. Sphere. Do you respond? Deadly Dispute. Chromatic Sphere. Try to draw some cards. They have a Dispel. I forgot about Dispel, honestly. Pass the turn. Okay. 6 times 3. So we need an artifact. We need to take out their ninjas. Will you draw cards? They choose to not draw cards. We're at 56 seconds. Plays yet another ninja. Plays a Crimson Fleet Commodore. That means that we are going to die. Maybe we can do it with the Limbus. Okay, pass the turn. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Pass the turn again. Our opponent is feeling quite happy with themselves after having ninja'd us to death, playing on multiple ninjas. They're like, I might as well draw all these. They should probably draw twice, right? Because then they have enough in their hand to manage whatever I do. Maybe they feel like they have it. They just have the bolt. And Yu Xiaoxiu wins the match. Yu Xiao Yo Yu. I don't know. Congratulations. We had to fight. We fought tooth and nail. Did not get there. On to round 4. I just don't want to play against that kind of nonsense. Fairies control. I think that the Fairies matchup is relatively bad now that Cast into the Fire has been played, but man, they didn't have to try to time me out the whole time. That was kind of mean. We could have maybe played it a little bit better if we had done something otherwise. I don't know. It's a tough matchup. If I had been able to get Weather for a little bit more life, that also would have worked out, and they made some very strange decisions. Super frustrating to lose that 1-2 where we had to just scoop the entire game for time purposes. All right, let's try to recover. Here we are in round 4 versus Akarvalho. I'm going to keep. We got 2 of our Tron pieces. We have a Chromatic Sphere. What we can do is, if they don't have anything, we can like play out the Mirror Retriever and then dispute it. Forest. Finehorn Elves. Okay, they don't have anything, but they are super fast. Elves is not a great matchup, but we do have a lot of post-board hate, right? With the scatter shots, the cast into the fires, the Clan Shamans. They generally always have their one of Hydroblast or whatever to deal with my Shaman. They're gonna play an Elvish Vanguard into probably another Elf. Can't believe people are playing Elves in this metagame. The Affinity Clan Shaman metagame. Nettle Sentinel. So what's nice about Nettle Sentinel is that they can use it with the Birchthorn Rangers and it like untaps itself. Black. We will Deadly Dispute the Mirror Retriever. Get back the Sphere. Grabbed a Mine, so we get to go play Mine. Mirror Retriever. So let's see how fast we can combo. I guess I should have hit it with the Stirrings. Should play the Stirrings. I was just thinking I could block the Elvish Vanguard here and get back the Mirror Retriever. It has to lead the Stampede. It's going to be very, very difficult to actually combo kill our opponent because infinite 3/3s is likely not going to work. We have to get to the point where we draw into our munitions and then it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. They get Jaspera, Sentinel, and Lissalana. So Lissalana is going to make the Elvish Vanguard ginormous. Jaspera, Sentinel. Can't cast a Lissalana right now, but they can cast a 2-drop with their Nettle Sentinel that's just untapped. Actually, no, tap this, tap this. Tap this. 2-drop. They're attacking with everything. So I could block their mana creature, but they have mana creatures. 1 to 3. They can cast their other thing anyway, so I don't think the mana creature is going to matter. I think I'd rather have the 4 life. Okay, get back Mirror Retriever. Find a tower. Play the tower. I'm gonna play. Let's start on green for Stirrings. Another Mirror Retriever. Let's play Lembas, I guess, for a Scry. I'm looking for not Mirror Retrievers. I'm looking for Golem Foundry and Altar. Play Mirror Retriever. Sphere. We're gonna Deadly Dispute the Retriever again. And get back, I guess, the Retriever. Maybe this is Sphere. We have the 3rd Retriever right now. Find the Altar. So now I can play the Mirror Retriever because they have the giant thing. Play the Bauble. Pass the turn. Well, I'll just put the Deadly Dispute on the bottom. Well, I guess I could also Stirrings right now. Take the Star. And then pass. They're likely going to play the Lissalana. They're playing Winding Way. They get to untap. No, they just have 2 lands to play it. So now they're threatening us with the Timber Watch. So we have to combo off and then draw our deck and get the munitions and then kill the Timberwatch Elf in order to have any chance. Lead the Stampede, goes to the graveyard. Seems like they don't want to play the Lissalana right now. They want to play the Timberwatch Elf. To play the Lissalana right now, they could. No, they can't do anything else. Well, then they can play a couple 1-drops. I think they want to get the Timberwatch Elf to threaten lethal. So they're going to attack with the Vanguard and the Jaspera and Nettle Sentinel. Well, I suppose they can just cast the 1-drops now using the Nettle Sentinel. Find more Elves. Probably Finehorn Elves as well. There's a Finehorn Elves. Now they're going to attack for 10. We get to block Vanguard with the Retriever. If we don't find a way to kill the Timberwatch this turn, we lose the game. Come on. Make our blocks. Get back the Mirror Retriever. Get the draw for turn. Okay, so we have infinite golems. I guess that's sort of good enough right now because they don't have trample. The Mirror Retriever. Then play the Grotto to scry. Star on top. Crack the Mirror Retriever. Start looping. Everybody's got going wide. So our opponent has F6, which is good. At least we can just click through our combo. What I'm going to do is play Sphere, a Star, make a Golem, sacrifice it, crack this for black, Reckoner's Bargain, the Mirror Retriever. That way I have maximum amount of color sources. Draw 2 cards. This, sacrifice this. Green. Looking for Energy Refractor. Found it. So we can play the Energy Refractor now. Now we're looking for Blood Fountain. Man. A star. We haven't used our Looted Mire. I don't think I saw any of the Blood Fountains though, so I don't know if I want to sacrifice the map right now. Crack this. We've used 3 stirrings, so just gonna crack this for black. See what we see. Another Golem Foundry, and that's actually pretty good because now we can make golems at twice the rate. And then we can actually maybe threaten lethal. So we know we can't do anything other than go wide now. So time to loop into infinity. I suppose we could play and crack the map in case we draw into a Weather the Storm. So that's an option. Don't want to waste my entire clock again though. Assuming they play 4 creatures this turn, that's going to end up being 7 total creatures added to the table. Oh, God, I don't have any idea. Very large amount. Right now they have, it says on this one, 8 elves. 8 plus 7 is 15. To make 15 golems, you have to make 45 counters. Oh, man. Right now we can make 11 golems because we have 6 on the left and 5 on the right, which is 11. I'm going to loop for another couple of minutes and just see where that takes me. Is 60 power going to be enough? I don't know. I'm going to stop at 16 minutes, I think. Just because of the clock usage. So this is 63 power. Now I'm just adding all of these to the stack. And then I will pass. We have more than enough blockers at the moment. Pass. So what's nice is if you put these all in the stack and then you F6, it allows you to not have clock usage while you resolve them, or if you resolve them one at a time, it's quite a lot of clock usage. This is one of those games where we're going to have to restart in sideboarding. Yikes. Actually, I shouldn't F6, I should yield until the attacks. Hopefully they don't have something like the changeling that eats your artifact. Playing some creatures. 2 cards in hand. No attacks. Okay. Cool. Play the map. Get the cycle land. Cycle it. Deadly Dispute. Okay. Let's attack with everything. We can Deadly Dispute the one that's connected to the Vanguard, but they just take it. Okay. Cool. That was nice. I guess they didn't think they could block enough to win. I guess we did enough. There's enough golems. So let's restart. Let's check the process speed and then restart. I know it's 1345. I guess that's not that bad. Okay, Krark-Clan Shaman, Krark-Clan Shaman, Krark-Clan Shaman, cast into fire, scatter shot. We can take out the Weather the Storms and Bauble. Just got 3 more cards. Maybe Lembas is too slow. 1 Golem Foundry. Literally just trying to Krark-Clan Shaman them into the ground. That's all we're trying to do. Should be fine, right? Should be easy. We find the Krark-Clan Shaman. Okay. But is it good enough? I don't know. Guess keep. We have Grotto for a Scry. We have a draw per turn. If we can get 2 creatures on the table, it's going to be able to actually win the game, maybe. They mulligan to 6. Play Grotto. See if there's a card. There is a Tron land on top, so let's keep it on top. Lay out the Chromatic Sphere and pass. They play a Quirion Ranger, which means they have 2 mana right now because they can tap the Jaspera, then untapping the forest by picking it up and playing it. It's Priest of Titania, so now they're gonna have tons of mana. Okay, they get in. I'm gonna play Mirror Retriever, pass the turn. So my hope is that they overextend into the Clan Shaman, thinking that I don't have it, basically. Vanguard's gonna be annoying. It has to Winding Way. Maybe they can't use the Vanguard this turn. And find Timberwatch, Timberwatch, and Birchlore. So they can play the Birchlore, but they can't untap anything. We can tap again to have 2 green right now. Oh man, they overextended into it. They still had an untap? Oh no. That's bad. How did they still? I guess I didn't see that they had an untap still. They're just gonna have a giant Elvish Vanguard that's gonna eat me alive. I'm gonna cast Distant Melody right now. Draw a million cards. Play one more Elvish Vanguard. So many play that. Nettle Sentinel. They already played the Nettle Sentinel, maybe? Hopefully this is it. Pass the turn. Okay. Clan Shaman. Sacrifice this. Sacrifice this. We have 1 land and a 6/6. Not good for me. 6 is a lot of power. Just leave the Stampede doesn't go in there. 2 lands. Finehorn Elves. And a 7/7. So we're taking 7, then we're taking 8. The Chromatic Sphere. I'm gonna crack this for green. Stirrings. Find a tower. I think I have to take the tower. I could get the Retriever. I don't think that's gonna be good enough though. It is an infinite blocker. Take the tower anyway. Play the tower. Play the star. Timberwatch Elf. So we're gonna take 8. Okay, so now we have Tron. We can Deadly Dispute Star. Draw 3 and make a color again. Green Stirrings. That doesn't get there. All right, well we were close to living. Elves doing elf things. Elfy things. Let's bring the Lembas back in. The Fangin Marauder. The Fangin Marauder can be my win condition. Just attack him with my Fangin Marauders. We did our best. We didn't get there. I guess I'm keeping. We have a decent number of lands. Map turn 1. So if we rip a Tron land, we're good. If we don't rip a Tron land, I think we. What do we do? I guess we could like see if they're gonna attack. Nettle Sentinel, turn 1. Wellspring. I think I'm going to Lembas. Corrector on the bottom. Pass a turn. They're gonna get in for 1, and then I guess maybe play a Quirion Ranger or something. Or Elves. Okay. Healthy boys are coming in hot. Quirion Ranger. Next turn they have 4 power. Map. Grab the power plant. Play the power plant. Play out Star. Pass the turn. We can crack the Star for green to try to draw into a Stirrings or a Tower, and then play the Mirror Retriever so that we can map. We can map if we block. Then if we start chaining, the Fangin Marauder can keep us alive. If we find a tower right now, I think we're pretty good. Really depends on whether or not they're going to draw and play a Timberwatch Elf right now. Shouldn't have said it. Should have said it out loud. Tap for 2. Cast a Winding Way. That's not a Timberwatch Elf. I don't know what they thought they were doing. That's a Timberwatch Elf. No. 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 For green. Find a mine. Play a sphere. It's for red, I guess. Oh my god, I hit the Stirrings there? That stinks. Okay. Mine. Play the Mirror Retriever, pass the turn. So they can give one of their elves +8. And I assume they have more elves in hand. So if I cracked it for black instead of green, I could have gone Stirrings. Maybe I'd find the tower. I guess we'll have to see what's in the top 5. They're not even going to threaten lethal this turn? It's weird. I think sometimes people that play elves just want to they want to take more, they want to put more elves on the table. I got elves in my hand, and they need to be on the table so they can attack. Plays Quirion Ranger. They could have gotten in for almost lethal there. I guess they can untap their other creature and then attack, and then it'd be 12. So maybe they can just do it. Quirion Ranger again. So now that is lethal, right? Because they can untap it 2 more times for +14. But they have to untap their creature. Showish Green or Hairburn. Jessfair Sentinel, so that's +16. But they already used an untap, I think. I don't know. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't. That's 1 untap. They messed up there. So if they have double untap, we're dead anyway. Okay, fine. On to the next. Okay. Final round. We have a map if we're feeling lucky. I'm feeling kind of lucky. I'm going to keep. Play a map. Whoa. That's literally the opposite of lucky. That's as unlucky as I could possibly get. Okay, they're slightly unlucky. Plays 3 Arbor Elves. Okay, land. Power plant. Right now they have 6 mana. Let's see if they want to blow up my land. They want to cast a Generosent. That is very generous. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your not killing me. Okay, we're going to play Mirror Retriever. I guess I was feeling very, 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 very lucky. They didn't have it. We had it. Sort of. What's this? This food token is some sort of mummy? Like a spider food? Oh, from Lord of the Rings. That makes sense, because that's the character. Okay, what's our opponent doing? They're tapping and untapping. They're casting an Avenging Hunter. Okay. Luckily, we can go wide with the Golem Foundry and maybe take it back. They're going to attack with everything. So I think I'm just going to take one of their mana pieces off the table. Could be wrong. Play Power Plant. Play Refractor. Okay. We can play Wellspring. We're looking for Ashnod's Altar and Mirror Retriever. Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. Grotto. Find another Retriever and a Munitions. So that's actually pretty solid. Play a Mirror Retriever. Play a Star. So we have 2 Golems. And I think that'll be it for me. They're going to Venture. Going Forge. Making their Avenging Hunter a 7/6. We're going to double block with the Golem Foundry this time. They are actually Temur. Temur Ponza. Temur Ponza Initiative. They're going to untap. Tap it again. Untap it. Tap it, untap it. 4 mana. 5 mana. 6 mana. 7 mana. Casting a Jewel Thief. Okay. Another Jewel Thief. Let's just make some golems. That's turn. So I would like to block and kill the Avenging Hunter and block the Generosent, getting back the Mirror Retriever. And then I'm going to play out the Makeshift Munitions, kill both the Arbor Elves. From there. Okay, that's it for you, huh? So I'm going to crack this map for a tower. Get the tower out. Play map. Just trying to get all my Tron lands. Our opponent is thinking things through. That's okay. You're allowed. Okay, Chromatic Star. Let's play Makeshift Munitions. Let's cast a Limbus. Well, we can cast a Limbus and then shoot the Arbor Elf with the Limbus. That's dead. We put a bargain on top. I think that's good. And then we can shoot the other Arbor Elf with the Mirror Retriever. Get back the Mirror Retriever. Gain some life. Not really a problem. Not super concerned about life overall, although it can be an issue when we're going for timeouts. Oh no, they confused me because they were untapping the one that was being shot at. Okay. Suppose I'm just going to deadly dispute this expedition. No, I don't want to deadly dispute the expedition map. That was a close one. The initiative, trigger, trap you, take 5, untap. Okay, we're going to take 5. Then what? Attacks, okay. Kill this, block this. So we take 4. Get back our Mirror Retriever. Nothing. Okay, they do nothing. All right, now we just win. Do we heal? Altar? Should have had the land destruction and not the Vending Hunters. Win the game. Likely they're going to bring in the land destruction this time. So there's not that much that we care about. They could bring in Relic. I think we just take out a Bauble and bring in a Weather the Storm to try to live into a position where we can combo. That's been my plan so far. Okay, so this has no lands. Mulligan. They keep 7, so they should have land destruction in hand. We mulligan again. We have Natural Tron. So we're going to keep that. Put back Mirror Retriever land. They go for the Wild Growth. We're going to mine into Star. I think if they're going to blow up a land, they'll probably wait. They're not going to wait. Power Plant into Refractor. 4 mana for our opponent. They cast a Jewel Thief. I don't understand. Go Chromatic Sphere. Green. Stirrings. Guess we're taking the map. We don't have any other choices. Play map. And then I guess we can just Weather the Storm. That's not great, but it is 12 life. We have to just let the map sit on the table, most likely, in case they have land destruction. What did they keep if they kept 7 and didn't have anything going on for 3 turns? What did they keep? Okay. So they put a Utopia Sprawl in a different land, go blue. They're Temporal Springing my tower. Alright, so we get to get the tower back again. Tower. Guess pass the turn. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Okay. I want to draw a card. I'm going to grab a Polluted Mire, and then I'm going to cycle Foundry. Okay. They have a Deglamour for the Energy Refractor. They're just sitting on... Oh, so they just didn't have blue mana. That was the deal. I guess that was good for them because they got rid of my tower forever with the Deglamour. I guess I want the tower on top. Play Golem Foundry. That's the turn. So we're going to draw the tower, play the Golem Foundry. I guess we crack Star, try to draw to an artifact. Plays an Altasaur. And they reveal a Utopia Sprawl. I still don't think that they should probably put the Utopia Sprawls on all the different things, because if they draw an Armor Elf, they can't untap it for a billion mana. But maybe they just don't care because they already have enough mana that it doesn't matter to them anymore. You crack this for black. I mean, it doesn't, I don't know. Expedition map. Let's pass the turn. Right now I'm getting my butt whipped. Yep. Good for you. Got the Deglamour off the boarding party. Deglamour. Okay, let's map for a grotto, I guess. But we just die. See what's on top and concede. Okay, it was a deadly dispute. Brr. We need more deadly disputes in hand. That's what we need. I'm going to take out the makeshift munitions and add the bauble for more card draw early game. We started out this league so strong, and then we just got. Okay, we are on the play. We have turn 3 Tron. We have Altar. We have Weather Storm. So we have some things. Our opponent mulligans. We play map and pass a turn. They lead on Utopia Sprawl. Choosing red, gotta get that pirate. So I mean, it's possible that we want to just map for the grotto and not worry about having Tron mana at this time. I'm gonna get the grotto. And then pass the turn. Lay out the grotto. Energy refractor on top. Okay, pass the turn. Once again. Having a lot of fun blowing up some lands. There's an Arbor Elf. That doesn't blow up my land. You're gonna let me get to 3 lands? What? Okay, I'm gonna play my most expensive spell first. Altar. Doesn't do very much. Pass the turn. Our opponent is going to Utopia Sprawl their forest this time, so they can untap it with Thing and make Thing. They get to cast Lorien Revealed, which is really nice for them. Solid. Draw 3 cards. Wowza. Okay, so we can go Retriever, get back the map, play the map, get the mine, play the mine, Fractor. Kind of a nice turn. Okay, we have infinite life now. Boarding party. Acid Moss. Okay. Blow up the tower. That doesn't stop our infinite life combo. Play a Jewel Thief. Okay. I wonder what's going to happen here. One Foundry. Well, I suppose the first thing we have to do is play land. Play Mirror Retriever. Sacrifice the Retriever, getting back the Retriever. They're going to allow that. And then I tried to ask them to please concede to the life gain, but I don't think they're going to do it. If we had not gotten our thing blown up, okay. They are just going to not concede to it. That's okay. You know? Like I said, it's your prerogative. What happens if I just loop for like 13 minutes and then make like 900 life? Will they be able to win through 900 life? The clicks. So we have to fade a, what's face? A Deglammer now. We can fade Deglammer. We can get the Golden Foundry into play and then go from there. I think I'm just going to make 150 life. That should give us a little bit of time. From 30, we're at 1447. I guess the question is, which one of us is the most rude, right? I'm playing the combo deck that is hard to interact with. That's pretty rude. They're playing Land Destruction. That's pretty rude. They're playing Initiative. It's pretty rude. I have an infinite combo that I can't actually script out. That's pretty rude on Magic Online. I told them that I'm gonna make infinite life. I guess that's kind of rude because it's Magic Online, so you know, like that's not really their fault. It's not their fault. So they're not really rude for making me do this. This is normal expected behavior. The problem is that you know, there's just many layers to the situation. We're gonna Retriever for Retriever, make a green, gain 1,000,000 life. Not really 1,000,000. Pass turn. We need 1 more land. So we need them to not blow up our land, or we need to rip a tower. And if either of those things happen, maybe we can get there. I can't believe they got to play a Lorien Revealed off the boarding party. That's pretty sweet. Probably gonna blow up my lands. Gonna blow up my lands, bro. They drop 3 more cards. Now they probably have a land destruction spell. And Glamour. Just a dual thief, huh? That's surprising. Plays a Utopia Sprawl. So our deck is just full of bad cards, I guess. They get in. 164. Now we are at 148. Play Golem Foundry. Play Chromatic Sphere. Always yes, always yield. Oh, you know what? They could also have Weather the Storm, which would be a problem. They're very kind. Not rude at all. What a nice person. Wow. I can't believe. Oh man. Yeah, it's a good thing we didn't Ancient Stars there. That would have not gone over very well. Okay. Sweet. So if we go back to the deck, we ended up 3-2. Not the worst. And it's pretty good, but you know, the problem is that you're running into land destruction, which somehow we beat because they just whiffed. And what was the other thing we lost to? We lost to Fairies and Elves. Elves is not a very good matchup anyway, because you have to get really lucky. You have to have turn 3 Tron plus Quarkland Shaman, which is very difficult to do. And, you know, they've rolled us in game 3. But game 2, we would have had it if they didn't have the giant creature on the table. So it's just, you know, it's touch and go. I think this deck is very, very good against Affinity and pretty good against mid-range strategies. Cast into the Fire as an additional part of the metagame has made it a bit less good. But I am pretty excited for the upcoming changes to Pauper. I'm really excited for Windrider Wizard and see how that shakes things up. I know Affinity is going to get put into a good part in the metagame as well. I guess it's already really strong in the metagame, but it's just going to be even stronger now with all that glitters. And Bogles will continue trying to do Bogles' thing, but Affinity is going to take that all that glitters card and make it pretty brutal. That's what I got. Thanks for watching. It was fun to play Tron one more time. Sorry we couldn't close it out too strong, but a 3-2 is pretty good. I'm rambling. We'll see you in the next video.